Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be making a video about the 1212 portal that's reaching its peak on December 12th, 2019, and will be open until the winter solstice on December 21st, 2019. Within this video, I'm going to be discussing the 3 most important facts you need to know about this portal, as well as doing a quick Ascension card reading regarding the energies that we need to know for this portal, as well as different ascended masters we can call upon on this day to accelerate this energy, and different affirmations and mantras we can do to, again, accelerate and integrate this energy in a more profound way. So first, a little bit more about the 1212 portal and its place in the galactic events that are currently taking place right now on Earth. So the 1212 portal this year specifically is within different galactic events within a timeline. So it started with the 1010 portal in October, the 1111 portal in November, and then it's the 1212 portal, then the winter solstice, and then on January 12th, these string of galactic events that are supposed to kickstart the awakening in 2020 ends on January 12th when Saturn and Pluto are conjunct in the sign Capricorn, which is a very masculine-based energy and is essentially taking away the old masculine timelines of the patriarchal system and the old ways of being, and replacing the masculine energies with the updated and new masculine energies that are more balanced with the yin energies, so the female energies. So essentially with this 1212 portal, it is the last major portal of this decade. And so it's very important that those who are awakened tune in to the energies that this portal is bringing forth, so that we may set the stone for the incredible awakening that is going to happen over the next decade. Because if we're tuning into these energies, which is essentially activating our unity consciousness, it's really going to help within the next 10 years with everybody else waking up. So that kind of brings me to my next point. So the 1212 portal in numerology, 1212 is essentially talking, oh my gosh, it's literally 1212 as I'm talking about this. Sorry, I wasn't gonna say something, but I saw it and I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyways, so 1212 symbolizes unity consciousness, a very high level of consciousness that we are seeking to attain currently on planet Earth. So the 1212 energies, or the 1212 portal, activates our Merkabah field. Our Merkabah is essentially a star tetrahedron, which is a vehicle around our bodies that allow us to travel to different dimensions and different higher states of consciousness. So the Merkabah is made up of different wheels within wheels, as well as 2 pyramids, one facing upwards to the cosmic energy and one facing downwards to the Gaia energy. These 2 pyramids represent the yin energy and the yang energy, which is the masculine and the feminine energy. So within this Merkabah field, it is essentially unifying masculine and unifying feminine, which is then bringing your entire being into union. So with this, you're activating keys to union within, which is essentially uniting every part of your body in the most balanced and beautiful way so that you can ascend to higher timelines. With the 1212 portal, it sends in light codes to activate this Merkabah around your body. So the word Merkabah in itself, Merkabah, is light, spirit, and body. So in turn, your Merkabah is the light body that is around you. So it's kind of like if you've ever heard about auric fields, it's the greater energy field around your body. So when the Merkabah is fully activated and intact, it is your auric field. So this basically has different rotating fields of light, different wheels that can integrate different light codes and energies to then bring you and transport you to higher dimensions. It's said within Merkabah mysticism that different ascended masters and angels would use this Merkabah to travel to higher realms or to travel to people to gain wisdom and share their own wisdom. This Merkabah is essentially the highest point of alignment with divine consciousness because it is completely aligning with that of the 12th dimension. It allows you to tap into different planes of consciousness and different planes of being. It allows you to travel to places where in the 3D right now you may not be able to feel complete bliss, complete love, complete abundance, though you are able to tap into those now after the 1111 portal. But this Merkabah allows your body in the astral realms or through meditation to travel to different realms in which you can fully feel and embody these energies and then bring them back to Earth and embody and feel these and then integrate them into Earth right now. The main importance in a collective level of those who are awakened activating their Merkabah through the 1212 portal is the ability to then fully feel this 12D unity consciousness and then bring it in and anchor it into Earth right now. Because if we are all activating our Merkabic fields and feeling true unity consciousness, we can then anchor unity consciousness into the 3D, which is then going to set the scale for the entire decade of the 2020s, which is called the decade of the awakening. So it really allows your heart and every chakra to connect to this unity consciousness. So when you're in your Merkabic field and you're going into the 12th dimension, you're feeling unity because you're feeling these masculine energies, these feminine energies merging and completely uniting within your own field, which is absolute bliss and love to the highest degree. And this portal allows for you to activate your Merkabah and travel through your Merkabah easier than any other day of the year. It also allows for the presence of Metatron, who oversees this Merkabah field, to come in and assist you. And remember, archangels are multidimensional beings, and they are able to be in many different places all at one time. Therefore, anybody who's calling on Metatron to help with their Merkabah field will have the presence of Metatron. It's not just like he can go to one person at one time. Metatron's presence will be strongly felt within the collective that day, activating this 12D unity consciousness. When you're within your Merkabah field and it is activated and all of the wheels are spinning and you are completely in harmony and balance, you are then able to download even more light codes that different star races will be sending to us that day, as well as ascended masters, archangels, etc. With these wheels spinning, it essentially allows for more light photons and codes to come into our physical and auric body, and then as galactic beings and spiritual beings, we know on a soul level how to integrate these, whether we know it consciously or not. So to finish off this point and in conclusion about the Merkabah fields, on 1212 it is extremely easy and extremely important and critical for you to then activate your Merkabah field to be in complete unity, to be in complete harmony with yourself and the collective, to then feel these energies of unity consciousness, bring them back into Earth, anchor them, and live by them because you have felt them. Because feeling is one of our most important and necessary skills in anchoring these energies into Earth right now. These energies of the Merkabah field, whether you're awakened or not, will also activate those who are more sleeping. So they're still receiving these codes whether they're actually consciously activating their Merkabic field or not, because it's still activating in a way if you're not awake, but it's more effective if you're awake and know exactly what you're doing. But those on 1212 may not actually feel these energies if they are asleep. However, they are activating unity consciousness codes that are laying dormant within their DNA. This brings me to my next point, and something that I do really like to talk about and have actually never made a video about before, so I'm kind of grateful for the 1212 energies coming in and kind of being like, okay, it's time to talk about this. So, the 1212 energies helps you activate and recalibrate your 12 strands of DNA and 12 chakras. I'm going to first talk about the 12 chakras because I feel like that's going to lead into the DNA. So, most people talk about the 7 chakras. I did Reiki training and the 7 chakras are the only chakras that are mentioned. Though each chakra in your physical body is important and critical for ascension, there are more than 7 chakras, and that's what we need to know right now. And that's what's coming forth with the 12-12 energies, is to activate our 12 chakras. So we have chakras that are below our feet, as well as many chakras above our physical body head. So there's more than just the crown. These 12 chakras were activated during our time in Golden Atlantis and Lemuria. Essentially what happened was, during the fall of Atlantis, with the dark forces and negative beings, we then had to shut down these 5 chakras that are outside of our body, and they kind of just darkened. They weren't allowed to open because these chakras are 5th density, and they can't really necessarily exist within within the 3rd dimension. So these chakras have been laying dormant for time and time and time until now, when we are now ascending into the 5th dimension and are now being called to open, activate, and bring these 5 dormant chakras into the 5th dimension, along with the 7 chakras within our body. So our 12 chakras are able to connect us right down to the earth, right down to Gaia. We have our Earth Star portal below our Earth Star chakra. It's very important. Our Earth Star chakra actually contains all of our bloodlines. So from our mother and father, the 7 generations back, is stored within the Earth Star chakra. So once this chakra is open and activated, you're able to heal and clear 7 generations back. So then you're able to clear that for the 7 generations that are coming after. As well as we then have 4 chakras above our head. These chakras are able to contain the Akashic records, our higher selves, all of our incarnation records, so our soul mission, our soul purpose, soul contracts, etc. As well as this allows us to connect directly with Source through our stellar gateway chakra, which is the highest chakra that we have within our auric field. And from the stellar gateway chakra, there is essentially a bridge that connects us directly to Source. When we have all 12 chakras activated and all 12 chakras brought into the 5th dimension, we are then complete multi-dimensional beings, because this is accessing all of our higher dimensional abilities or gifts that have been dormant for so long. So this includes all of our psychic abilities, our ability to heal our own bodies, etc. Literally everything that has to do with ascension is encoded in these chakras. And there's messages that we ourselves have encoded in these chakras that it is so important to open and so important to download this information so that we can be complete 12 chakra multidimensional beings once again, like we were during the Golden Atlantis before the fall. So moving on from the 12 chakras, we also have 12 strands of DNA. Currently, in Earth times, we only actually use about 5% of 2 strands of DNA. So if that's any correlation to the actual amount of abilities that we're using right now, we're not doing much. So essentially, from my understanding, these strands of DNA have been laid dormant for a long time. I believe that these 12 strands of DNA were more activated. I don't know if they were fully activated during Atlantis and Lemuria, but from my understanding and my connection to my higher self is guiding me to believe that at least more strands than 2 were activated during this time, and part of the reasons that they are dormant is because of the fall. So our 12 strands of DNA were dormant because of the fall of Atlantis, but I also believe that our 12 strands of DNA are dormant because of dark forces, GMOs, EMFs, etc. Different things that have the ability to scatter and disrupt our DNA in itself. So these 12 strands of DNA, once they are fully activated within your body, your full soul blueprint is activated. With 12 strands of DNA activated, you are able to activate and understand your soul's mission, your soul purpose, and everything that you need to do, and all the memories that you need to know in order to fully do your mission on Earth now. These 12 strands of DNA are encoded with messages and activations to activate our Christed selves, essentially to activate the 12-12 energies, because there's 12 chakras, 12 DNAs, 12 strands of DNA, and these are being fully and more activated on 12-12. So when our 12 strands of DNA are fully activated, we're able to access different messages and activations that are encoded within them. We know from our current science that DNA has messages. DNA has the ability to transfer different genetic things to us. Our DNA has the ability to kind of guide us to do different things, go down different paths, and that's why if we're activating all 12 strands, we're then able to fully feel everything that we've encoded. We're not just using the smallest amount of the 2 strands that are activated now, we are using all 12 strands, and therefore have all of the messages that have been encoded within us literally since the beginning of time. And therefore, with our 12 strands of DNA activated and our 12 chakras open, cleared, and activated and brought into the 5th dimension, we are complete multidimensionary beings, and there's nothing holding us back from being completely ascended and completely ascending with Gaia, and therefore literally helping the entire galaxy. So with the 12-12 energies, 12 strands of DNA, 12 chakras, 12-12 portal, it's really helping to activate these DNA strands, to activate these 12 chakras. You can just visualize every strand of DNA just moving perfectly through your body. Anything that's dormant, anything that's dark, anything that's not working properly, anything that's broken, visualize it coming into complete unity. Visualize all of these chakras lighting up. You can visualize Archangel Metatron's cloak around your 12 chakras, which then brings them into the 5th dimension and activates more of your gifts. So I've kind of been sitting on the knowledge about the 12 chakras for a long time, and I haven't known how to discuss it further, and I truly believe that my higher self was waiting for the 12-12 portal in order to bring these energies through before this portal so that everybody can know about the 12 chakras and then activate them then. I'm also going to be doing a 12-12 portal DNA strand activation and 12 strand activation meditation, so you can look for that in the future. And before I finish this video, I'm going to do a quick Ascension card reading. So this is kind of using the Ascension cards by Diana Cooper to ask Spirit anything else we need to know about the 12-12 energies. And I love these cards so much because they're kind of different from like regular oracle cards, where they don't necessarily have like a picture and then a small text and then you read the booklet to read like what the meaning is. There's no picture on it, it's just like a background picture and then all of the information and then affirmation. So they're really guided towards accelerating your ascension, and so that's why I feel like it's really important to do this reading now. So Spirit, Archangel Metatron, those of divine light and part of the divine plan, what does the collective need to know about the 12-12 energies? What can they do to accelerate their own ascension? I, for whatever reason, knew this card was going to come out because I got like a notification for like a channel message from this Ascension Master last night, and so I knew that it was going to come out. And I also knew that this other card was going to come out, so that's very interesting. So, first of all, we have Lady Nada. Sorry, this is like completely like, there we go. Lady Nada. So Lady Nada is the twin flame of Jesus' higher self, Sanada. She is the master of the 7th ray of ritual and magic. Ceremonies that call in mighty forces are important, so you're reminded to bring people together to raise great light. So that's essentially what we're doing with these 12-12 energies, because it's all about unity consciousness. So you're uniting people together to raise this great light. She was a priestess in the Temple of Love in Atlantis. Lady Nada is bringing back ancient healing methods, helping people with the development of intuition, telepathy, and wisdom, and acting for justice. Your guidance is to trust in your spiritual and psychic abilities and use them to help those in need. With this card, I believe that it's essentially talking about activating these 12 chakras and 12 strands of DNA so that we are able to use these psychic abilities to enhance and help the collective consciousness right now. So the affirmation that comes along with this card is, I accept and practice my healing spiritual and psychic gifts. I urge you all to repeat this affirmation on the 12-12 portal because it's going to help you access those gifts that are laying dormant in your chakras and DNA. So the next card that we have is Archangel Metatron, which doesn't surprise me that it came up since the Merkabah and Metatron are kind of connected. So Archangel Metatron. You are blessed to receive this card for the mighty universal angel Metatron, who is coordinating the ascension of the planet, is touching you. He is illuminating your aura with his golden orange light as he works your stellar gateway chakra. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, the stellar gateway chakra is the highest chakra that connects you directly to source. Your message is to relax and allow Metatron's wings to enfold you. Ask him to visit at his Ascension retreat in Luxor during meditation or sleep so that you can receive his guidance. When you ask sincerely for help on your Ascension journey, Metatron will open doors for you and guide you. The affirmation with this card is, I attune to Archangel Metatron today. So what I'm essentially getting from this card is that Archangel Metatron will be very, very present during the 12/12 portal. Call upon Archangel Metatron. He will help open your stellar gateway chakra so you can connect with source. He wants to help with your ascension, help you connect with unity consciousness, so then you can anchor these light codes in. Not only this, but Archangel Metatron, beyond this card, is responsible for bringing all of our 12 chakras into the 5th dimension. So what you can do is you can call upon Archangel Metatron to surround you in Metatron's cloak to bring your 12 chakras into the 5th dimension. I often will do that affirmation and visualization every single day to ensure that my chakras are being brought into the 5th dimension and that they are being completely activated. So I really like that these cards came out. I think that they are very, very helpful and very important. Also, if the numbers 45 or 27 relate to you in any type of way, it just has them on there. I say the numbers just because I know people are really interested in numerology or looking for signs and synchronicities. So I really hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you have a great 12/12 portal. Activate your Merkabah, feel unity consciousness, and anchor unity consciousness onto the planet. Peace.